Superbooth 22. I'm here on the booth of KLAVIS. How are you?
Hello, good to see you.
You are a company from?
We are from Belgium, in Brussels.
And you're making models like how many years already?
I don't know exactly. I believe it's 7 years or something. In fact, before we were doing also designs for other companies in modular. Okay.
You have a background already in the music industry.
Yes, indeed.
Is it open or is it secret for what you are working with already?
The other companies I cannot mention because some of them are still in activity today and even present here. But before we had also some business in musical business doing other brands of products, not in modular stuff.
Okay.
Yes, so not with the name KLAVIS.
Okay. And then you moved to KLAVIS, your own company?
With KLAVIS we had different businesses and at some point I wanted to have my own brand of modular. So after starting it within the existing entity, I bought back the name KLAVIS and all the IPs and to make it as an independent company, which is in fact Diagonal Electronics. But the KLAVIS brand is our own now.
Do you have a special route or mission for how a model should look like, or should it have features that you love to have, or is more feature performance-wise, or you're going also in the direction of we are trying to be innovative and future seeing with new ideas?
The first thing is that you try to use the knowledge in which you are best, what you believe you are the best at. So definitely we have a very strong capability into digital stuff. So except for one product, we have microprocessor in each of them. Even those that look totally analog, which in fact have already something. This gives us features that you don't find in other products typically. In almost every of our products we have something unique that nobody does. And more recently we try to make more of that capability to combine both worlds. The idea of trying to bring something unique to the market is definitely something strong, even in the simple aspects of it. And we certainly want to go out of the beaten path, even for products that look typical.
And I know that if a company is doing a digital model, it's a real challenge to make it accessible. Because digital means always deep and...
Yes, absolutely, that's true. So, as I'm myself some kind of a obsessional guy about the user experience, even as to fight with my microwave, I definitely want our products to be as easy as possible to use, and certainly to be usable without first going deep into them. So you are not forced into going deep into to use what they do. There are levels of depth you want to achieve or to obtain, which is on the user side to decide about. If you want to use something rich but in a simple way, you can do it. On forums you can find many examples of people praising that capability of having surprisingly rich product which are surprisingly intuitive and simple to use.
Okay, so you are more on the side of making digital less features than all the features which are inside, making them accessible and playable.
When possible, we try to hide that digital aspect. That best example is the very latest product I will present in a moment, which is our new Granular VCF, which from the outside, besides the fact it has a display, is used exactly as if it was totally analog. It is analog in its circuit path, but digitally controlled, but the digital aspect goes away as soon as every button has only one function. And you have an instant on control of everything. And this is something we'll try to be careful about, and certainly even more in the future.
And your company is how many people?
Not many. No, not many.
So
it's a very small company.
And the models are still built in...
everything is built in Europe, not in Belgium, because it's much too expensive. So we are still in CEE, but honestly, it is on the east that it is done. But the manufacturing of the necessary pieces, like panels and PCBs and everything, is made in Europe. Yes.
And for Superbooth 22, we have, as already said, something is very, very unique. The
Yes.
Granular VCF.
Yes, a granular VCF is something unique because I tried to look on the web if anybody made anything close to that, and apparently it doesn't exist at all. So the name is a bit inadequate, I don't know yet, maybe it may change. What is sure is that the whole concept of slicing multi-mode filters in the way we do it here, with so many options and the possibility it offers, has never been done before.
And what is it? To maybe a deep dive, a deep dive.
I can, yes, without going into too deep into the technical aspects of it. The whole idea is to have a full analog path with plenty of options of simultaneously available filtering options that will be selected and assembled in real time at audio rate, according to patterns from tables, and that will loop endlessly, creating some compound sounds made of the sound itself filtered in different ways. Okay. So maybe I will let you hear about the thing. So we will do that here with starting with a simple saw wave from our twin wave oscillator, one of the channels. Nothing else, no modulation of any kind. So it's really a totally fixed wave here we have. So so this is it. And there it is. And first we have a simple multi-mode filter, which is nothing special, so we can change high pass, low pass. And this will be combined with the granular filter. And the granular, we have it on this side here, and it's this. In this example, we take the first table, the A1, and we listen, and that already we see that we have multiple resonant points, which is not what a normal filter would do. With a different table, you have a different result, a different sounding. And then we have a divider, so back to something simple here. The divider will automatically create like octaves. And here, this is creating chord related, so inharmonic relation. Filter that does not subtract things, it's a filter that adds things. And even the harmonic content goes from some unrelated frequency to something else along the same curve. It's not a filter where going from top to bottom will open and close things. You may encounter different things all along the road. Then I will show you the tracking function, which is about extracting the incoming frequency and reapply it to itself, but possibly with a different location and phase, because we can detune. And we can go to some other modes which are and we can bring back a bit of the original sound, which is only this. Here I take a band pass and I can make it grow.
It reminds me a bit of adding a wave shaper.
Somehow, while in this case you can even add several sub-octaves as needed, thanks to the divider. Now what I will do is I will go back here and use it. Here I put it as a fifth, and there we go. have in this. So we have like a cord here.
This can be also tracked by forklift.
Since everything is derived from the sound itself, everything tracks automatically by design. See, hey, I'm just changing the pitch.
It's basically an oscillator. Yeah.
Yes, it's like adding oscillators apparently, while in fact it's only the sound itself added to itself. Up to 1 octave higher. Also with the tune. And now what we can do is use division to go up to and if we go higher, it follows the note.
That's stuff that you never hear from the filter.
You couldn't believe it, just the same sound manipulated by itself.
Fascinating.
Thank you.
And you have two modules which were presented last year at Superbooth 21. Are these now finished?
Yes, indeed. Last year we presented the first version of this new logic module. No change, especially all the central place of the panel, because it is the one dedicated to do the special analog settings that the module allows, like pulse duration and things like that. And now, previously you had to shift and so on, it was quite not elegant. So now you just, for example, if you're in a function like here, which is about creating a pulse whose duration is user adjustable, you just say, you set it, you adjust the length, you hear it in real time, and you get out of setting, and that's it. Very, very simple to use. So this module is about having two identical sections where you have two inputs for logic with their output and inverted output available at once, twice the same thing. They can be chained so that the output of the first logic block enters the second one, not wasting any jack because it will create a third virtual input. And in case you want to use these red functions here, which are all CV based, the second input becomes here a CV. These are functions like the random, where the CV is used to tell what percentage we allow to go through. A comparator is a very simple voltage comparator, quite useful for many purposes. Divide a multiplier for clocks to accelerate and slow down clocks, and a delay, a digital delay of several seconds long that can delay logic signals, of course, not audio.
And it's a further development of your previous logic module.
Yes, it is the finalization, and this one is currently in production.
Okay.
So we will get in the shops very soon, as soon as I get them for delivery. And this one doesn't look changed, but in fact it is, besides, internally. It's a very simple two-channel offset and gain controller that you put in front of any place where you want to control the modulation. So you have a signal, you say how much of it you want, with possibly adding some gain twice, doubling the amplitude, and then you can apply an offset with 0 in the middle, in any direction. And then you have a switch which says if the thing will be active or not, so in the middle it is muted. When you push it to the plus side, it brings the positive version of your incoming signal. And of course, on the opposite side, you have your input signal inverted. The change from last year is that previously, when you were adding some offset and you were inverting the polarity, the offset was also inverted, which is not good. Okay. No, the offset remains the same, and only the main wave you bring in is inverted. And you have that twice. Two inputs means one in may feed the two channels to two directions, or two inputs may be mixed into one as a small mixer, or one input may go to one destination with two preset settings that you switch as needed.
Okay. And tweakers is also coming soon.
This one is in its final stage. We made the very last prototype for question of ease of manufacturing, but the circuitry and functionality is already frozen, and I have the PCBs waiting for me on my desk.
Okay.
Okay.
And when we can explore finally then the gravity or the Grainity.
This is prototype V2. We will have to have a V3 with some serious changes because we have made big mistakes here. I've made big mistakes with the rush of the show. So the V3 could be possibly fine, but typically not. So I suspect there will be a V4. After that will be the final, and that should be sometime before the summer, and then we'll begin the work of chasing for creating the nice tables to fill in all the possibilities that the system allows. And that will take some time with a group of people, beta tester.
So it's coming more on
before the end of the year. Before yes.
And the other tweakers, 2-bits somehow.
This one comes first. This one just follow just after, quite quickly, and this one really for the end of the year.
Okay. Yes. And price points
are? This should be roughly the same price as for Logica, which is, if I remember well, around 130 something. All taxes included. The tweakers will be close to 80, under 80, and our new filter will be under 300.
Under 300. Okay, great. Then I wish you the last hour or last 2 hours of Superbooth 22.
Okay, thank you.
And hope to see you again in one next videos. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.